I'll never forget the day I witnessed something that changed my view of people forever. It happened at a coffee shop just down the street from my house, a place I often visited to relax and enjoy the bustle of everyday life. The morning started like any other. The cafe was lively with the chatter of customers and the soft hum of machines brewing fresh coffee. In one corner sat a woman who caught my eye. She was elegant and confident, dressed in a crisp navy blue suit. Her skin glowed with the rich warmth of cocoa, and her natural curls framed her face like a crown. She was focused on her laptop, occasionally sipping her drink. As I waited in line, the atmosphere suddenly changed. A man in uniform, a police officer, walked in, his presence commanding attention. He was tall and imposing, with a stern expression that made everyone glance his way. At first, it seemed like he was just there for coffee, but then his gaze locked on the woman in the corner. I don't know why he targeted her, but he walked straight over and stood towering above her. "You can't sit here without buying something," he barked, loud enough for everyone to hear. The woman calmly looked up at him. "I already purchased a latte," she replied, her voice steady and polite. She even pointed to the cup on her table, but he didn't bother to glance at it. "Don't give me attitude," he snapped, his voice dripping with disdain. "I've seen people like you loiter around here before. Don't make this harder than it needs to be." People began to whisper, their eyes darting between the cop and the woman. You could feel the tension in the air. I could see embarrassment flash across her face, but she kept her composure. "Officer, I'm not loitering. I'm a paying customer," she said firmly. "If there's an issue, I'd like to speak with the manager." He didn't like that answer. "Do you think you're above the rules?" he sneered. "Let me see your ID." She paused, her jaw tightening. "Why? I haven't done anything wrong." "Refusing to cooperate now?" he said with a mocking laugh. "Figures." That's when I saw something shift in her expression. She sighed deeply and reached into her bag, pulling out her ID. But instead of handing it directly to him, she placed it on the table and pushed it toward him. "Here you go," she said softly. Her tone wasn't defiant, it was calm, almost pitying. The officer snatched the card and began reading it aloud, probably hoping to humiliate her further. But as he read, his expression changed. His eyebrows shot up and the smug grin fell from his face. "Dr. Maya Thompson, chief surgeon at St. Luke's Medical Center," he murmured, barely audible now. For a moment he just stood there, frozen. The cafe was silent, all eyes on him. Then, almost comically, he tried to recover. "Well, Dr. Thompson, I was just doing my job. You know, we have to make sure everyone is following the rules." Dr. Thompson didn't flinch. She stood up, her eyes level with his now, radiating dignity. "Your job is to serve and protect, not to harass people based on your assumptions," she said quietly. "You didn't see me loitering. You saw my skin color and decided I didn't belong here." Her words were sharp but calm, cutting through the air like a blade. The officer stammered, trying to find an excuse, but she didn't give him the chance. "Let this be a reminder," she continued, her voice unwavering. "The people you look down on might just be the ones you'll need to save your life someday." She picked up her laptop and her coffee, then walked out of the cafe, with her head held high. The officer stood there, looking like he wished the ground would swallow him whole. The entire place was silent for a beat. Then, as if on cue, someone started clapping. Slowly others joined in. It wasn't just for her. It was a clap of defiance against the injustice we'd all just witnessed. That day taught me something powerful. Judging people based on appearances doesn't just make you wrong, it makes you small. And those who carry dignity and grace in the face of such prejudice, they're the true giants. And just like that, Dr. Thompson left not just the cafe, but a lasting impression on everyone who was there, including me.